gentlemen, here at Monona Grove High School, the Silver Eagles taking on the Milton Red Hawks on a beautiful Friday night. I'm Steve Martelli alongside the mover Bob Schmidt. Tonight, Bob, Milton backed up against the wall. A must-win for the Red Hawks.
It is a must-win for the Red Hawks. The Red Hawks come into this game with a 2-5 record, though 2-2 in conference. If they win out, they still have a chance to make the playoffs. I hope that Milton fans aren't too disappointed at the end of the night that their playoff hopes are dashed, because dashed they will be.
Well, last week the Silver Eagles ruining Stoughton's homecoming 17-0. Not a game where they scored a lot of points, but the defense was outstanding, only letting Stoughton cross the 50-yard line a couple of times and holding them to 70 yards of offense. Not a pretty game for the offense that night. Stoughton doing a great job holding down the big plays, but yikes, Monona Grove doing just enough to eke out that 17-zip victory.
Yeah, well, Monona on defense last week and over the last 4 weeks, Steve, has been very, very impressive. Over the last 4 weeks, the opponents have only scored 16 points against the Monona Grove defense. And in fact, the Monona Grove defense has only allowed 1 touchdown in that 4-game span. The other touchdown scored on a kickoff return.
That's right, against Edgewood. And leading that defense as it has been all year, Brock Offerdahl and Zach Stinson. 2 of those guys are just having an outstanding game on defense. Stinson leading the team with 11.5 sacks. Offerdahl with 70 tackles in 7 games, Bob.
Yeah, and ably assisted by Brock Lippiat with 57 tackles. Zach Quam and Sawyer Livesey both at 47. Stinson with 41 total tackles. 18 tackles for loss to go with his 11.5 sacks. Stinson extremely fast off the edge. He plays at just a speed defensive end, and he's able to penetrate and get around those tackles. In high school, if you're fast, you can get around the tackles and make a lot of plays in the backfield.
Well, on the other side of the ball, the Silver Eagles, not as much of a passing team as they've been the last couple years, but this team can really run, creeping up on 2,000 yards for the season. They average almost 7 yards a carry.
And 270 yards rushing a game, Steve, and that includes last week's game where they only rushed for about 119 yards.
So like I mentioned, the Vikings did a great job holding down the big play. They shut down Tyler Blang on offense completely.
Yeah, Tyler struggled at QB last week. He did throw a touchdown pass to Trey Powers, his 8th of the year, all of them to Trey. He has completed 53% of his passes. He really hasn't been required to throw a whole lot. He's only had 77 pass attempts. He's completed 41. 758 yards, though, not too bad considering he's only completed 41 passes, almost 10 yards per attempt, Steve, and that's really the bar you set for your offense as far as the passing game goes.
Well, adding on to that powerful offense, Torrin Young and Brock Offerdahl have both had great years running the ball. Torrin, just a sophomore, almost 600 yards of rushing, 7 touchdowns. Offerdahl, the fullback, when he's not playing linebacker, short yardage man, averaging just over 4 yards a carry, but he's got 6 touchdowns to go with that, including one last week against Stoughton.
And bringing up the backside of that rushing game, and that's not saying that in a bad way, is Brady Blang. Brady Blang doesn't get his hands on the ball all that often during a football game. He's only carried the ball 22 times, but he's gone for 150 yards, which is almost 7 yards a carry, and he's scored 4 times.
Brady's also got 10 catches to go along with that as well.
Averaging 15 yards a catch.
Hey.
Yep.
My mom just died. Catherine Dow.
I know.
Would you just say, like, rest in peace?
I want your.
Know you're watching.
I want your. If your family is watching, I got some.
All right.
Tribute for her.
We've got the players lined up. We're just about ready for the national anthem here, and Bob and I will be back with MG versus Milton. The start, the kickoff. We got a little distraction up there.
Sorry about that.
I'll tell you more about it later, but. Where'd Milton go? Oh, they're going on the other end.
So anyway, we're back to the game, and let's talk some football there, Steve. So we've talked about the running game, the passing game from Monona. We've talked about the great Monona defense.
We've missed one key player this year, Bob, and that's our top receiver, Trey T.D. Powers.
I did say that he's caught all 8 touchdown passes from Tyler Blang this year. He's averaging 23 yards a catch. He's been open more times than I Really, I'm actually surprised to see how open he is all the time and how often opposing defenses try to use single coverage on him. He is Blang's target. He's the go-to guy. If I'm defending the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, I have 2 guys on Trey Powers every time he leaves the line of scrimmage.
Trey's been open more often than a 7-Eleven.
Wow. Glad I set you up for that one. That was too easy. Milton, on the other hand, like I said, comes into this game 2-5. They've won 2 games in conference, one against Monroe, one against the winless Oregon Panthers.
They did win 2 in a row before losing their last game against Reedsburg.
Reedsburg has a surprisingly good football team this year, but they absolutely stomped Milton in Milton 49-22 and ran for over 400 yards against Milton. Milton's defense is giving up over 230 yards per game against the rush. We're going to stop and take some time for the national anthem.
Move your hats and join Monona Grove Senior Kelsey Kevick for the singing of tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly waited at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the red mountain watch were so valiantly streaming, and the rocket's sweeping, the bombs bursting in, they prove the land not afraid was still there. Oh, say does that still splendid banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, homecoming here at Monona Grove High School.
Another nice rendition of the anthem. Every game I've been to this year, the kids have nailed it. So
They've
good
been
for
pretty
them.
good.
Yep.
A little breezy tonight, Bob, going from right to left. We've had some exceptional football weather this fall.
We really have, and temperature-wise, it's hard to beat it out here tonight. The kids, we shouldn't see any cramping problems at all in this game, and we've seen plenty of it over the course of this year. Anyways, we're back to Milton. Milton averaging, giving up almost 230 yards rushing per game this year. Pass defense-wise, much better. Only giving up 93 yards passing, and they're only allowing the opponents to complete 45% of their passes. I don't look to see Monona spending a lot of time throwing the ball tonight. I don't see where they should need to.
Well, unless Coach Stassy takes the approach like he did against Monroe and use this as an opportunity to work on their passing game. Honestly, though, I'd say pound it, put the game away early, and then get your subs in there.
I agree. I think they should come out running off that ball and just get Milton back on their heels. If they run the ball effectively, that's going to open up that passing game for them.
All right. Silver Eagles will return and start with the ball, going from left to right. We'll see Torin Young deep, most likely flanked by Trey Powers and Brady Blang. Kicking off for the Red Hawks, one of their linemen, 60-something or other. I didn't get his number.
That's probably Anki. Anki used to kick off.
Number 60, Dylan Swerig. This is Blang with the pickup across the 35-30 and brought down just over the 30-yard line.
Oh boy, Blang had a little bit of a seam there. I thought maybe he could squirt through, and if he would have, he might have gone all the way.
All right, Silver Eagles will take over first and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
Ball played at the 31-yard line. First and 10, Monona Grove.
Monona Grove's first possession of the night. Let's see how they come out. Trey Powers split out wide to this side. Senior Tommy Brown split out wide to the far side. Blang under center. Brady Blang in the slot. Young wait, I'm sorry. Blang is out of the shotgun. The first give. No, the fake handoff. And Blang hit at the line and forced backwards.
Yeah. Well, that linebacker for Milton there, I can't get his number just yet, but he was not moved by any of the blocking by Monona Grove. Stayed put.
1 on the play, make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard pickup for Blang on that run. 2nd down for the Silver Eagles. Double wings are Young and Brady Blang. Offered all as the fullback. Tyler Blang on the keeper again across the 45. Dancing close to the 39-yard line.
Up to the 30.
It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Tackle was by number 10, Brandon Talbert.
Actually, I thought he was going to pitch that ball to Young coming around the backside on that one, but kept it and took it up for 6 yards.
Young has done a great job gaining positive yards on almost every play this season. It's rare you see him stopped at the line or behind it.
Milton's got good size across their defensive line. I think this is the biggest defensive line that Monona Grove's faced this year.
Brock Offerdahl with the handoff, and he pounds ahead for 3 yards and a first down.
And that's the Monona Grove. First down.
Out to the 43. Nothing fancy in this first possession. 3 straight runs, 2 by the quarterback, and now Offerdahl with the full first down.
Yeah, no reason for him to do anything but just move the ball. If you're moving it 4 yards a crack, you're going to score, and you're going to use a lot of time doing it.
Empty backfield, Blang out of the shotgun. 4 wideouts to the far side. And he'll roll that way looking to throw. First pass attempt of the game going deep. He has Tommy Brown overthrown and tipped by the defender, number 41, Tyler Hamill.
Well, you'll see the free safety completely stayed home on that. With the empty backfield, he didn't have to worry about the run. I think they probably originally had planned to go with something a little shorter, but Milton covered it well.
They certainly had enough players on that side of the field. Now Brown will come out in 43. Andre Naherniak will come in. Naherniak, just a freshman. We've seen him run the ball just a couple of times this year, and the kid is really quick.
Well, I'd like to see Torin Young or Brady Blank get the ball going, taking it to the outside. I want to see how fast this Milton defense is.
Blank to throw again.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, going for Naherniak. That brings up 3rd and 10. Monona Grove's first drive. They're at the 43-yard line of the Silver Eagles.
I'll see MG get that first down here and try to make a good first impression on the Milton defense.
Naherniak split out wide this way. Powers the far side. Blang fakes the handoff. Now looking for Powers. Complete to the 45 of Milton and pushed backwards.
But that's all right. They're going to mark it just enough for the first down, Steve, up to the 46. Should be about an 11-yard gain.
So after 2 incomplete passes, he completes one to Powers.
Well, the far referee had that marked at the 46. Let's see where that ball goes. He clearly had the first down when he made the catch. He was pushed back, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah,
we can see this on replay again.
They have an official's timeout.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Conferencing.
But the near referee had that marked in the right place. So they got a terrible mark. And he's well past the first down. He's at the 45-yard line when he makes that catch. A terrible mark by the officials. They took 2 yards away from him.
And this is going to be just a little short. So 4th and about a foot for the Silver Eagles.
Yeah, that's
the ball at the 47-yard line.
That's a shame, but I think Monona Grove should go for it here. 4th and a foot. You can always dust off quarterback, sneak on scratch, get your first down, and start over again.
They've used that a number of times successfully this year. Tyler Blang has scored a couple touchdowns on that play. And it does appear they are going to go for it. Tommy Brown back in the game with the play. Naherniak will come out.
4th and 1.
Fourth and baloney, somebody says.
Somebody said in the crowd that was a good one.
I think that was our pal Dave.
That was a pretty good one.
All right, Powers split out wide this side. Offered all behind quarterback Blang. The pitch to Brady Blank. Brady has the first down across the 45.
Well,
Makes it a moot point.
interesting time to take it wide on a 4th and a foot, but they got the first down. That's the important thing.
You catch your defense bunch towards the middle as Milton did. It opens up the wings for a speedy player like
if you
Blank.
get penetration by your defensive line, that goes for a loss, and then you got a problem.
How often do they get penetration against the left side of the Monona Grove line?
So far this year, not much.
All right.
Only has to happen once.
Brown empowers the wideouts. Blank on the keeper, looking for some running room, trying to get around the corner. Now he's in trouble. He's going to take a loss.
Tyler Blank.
A loss of about 3 yards on that.
That was a run all the way. No attempt to pass on that one. But does that set the Milton defense up for a reverse or a late pitch to Torin Young going around the other side? Yes, it does.
2nd and 13, the ball at the 47-yard line of Milton. 8:54 to play and counting here in the first quarter. Just a beautiful night for homecoming. Blank out of the shotgun. Looking to throw this time. Left side. Tipped. Oh! Tipped off the hands of Powers and almost picked up by Naherniak, I believe.
Good pass. Hit him right in the hands.
Oh, that's Brady Blank that almost came up with it.
Trey, I'm sure Trey would tell you that he should have caught the ball.
Sawyer Livesey into the game now for Young. Livesey, remember, had that 89-yard run against, who was that against, Monroe?
No, it was against the last home game. Who was that? That was, don't tell me. Fort Atkinson.
That's right.
Fort Atkinson.
The Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight it's the Redhawks. Lang with the toss. And it's going to be incomplete and bring up a 4th down.
There's a penalty flag on the field.
Well, we can always hope that that's interference.
It is in the area where the ball was dropped. They are talking to the Milton players, however.
Well, Milton should not, if it's against Monona Grove, Milton should not take the penalty.
Absolutely. Make it 4th and 13 and force it.
Oh, it's interference.
Ball against Milton.
Pass interference against
That
the
should be enough
Redhawks.
for a first down, Steve.
Yes, it should.
On 3rd and 14.
3-yard penalty.
That is the wrong time to take that penalty. Not to mention the fact, really wasn't all that good of a pass. I don't think that they necessarily had to interfere with him.
Milton, one of the most penalized teams in the Badger Conference, picks up a bad one there.
First down.
Well, that's fortunate.
First down to the Milton 33-yard line. The Silver Eagles given second life. Converting on a couple of long 3rd down plays now.
I did not see the penalty, but then there's been a few pass interference penalties called on Monona this year I didn't see either.
Flying out of the shotgun again. This time he'll give it to Torin Young. Big hole up the middle. Young down near the 25-yard line.
I can run that play again. Fake to Young and Blang keep because nobody stayed with Blang on that one.
The ball to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 4. Blang and Young have been the workhorses of the MG running attack, both with over 80 carries this season. And now they line up with the double wing, offered all behind quarterback Blang. They give us to Brady Blang, and he's hit. Yeah, number 45 for the Redhawks in there, Michael Gunther.
Gunther had very good penetration on that and was able to see the handoff and make the tackle. Big loss.
Back to the 30-yard line, brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, whatever. Another big 3rd down.
Monona's had 3 consecutive 3rd and longs. They converted the first one, got the second one via penalty. Let's see what they do here with this 3rd one.
Tyler Blang out of the shotgun. He's got Torin Young next to him. They give us to Torin Young trying to go left side. Flag thrown. He's going to be short of the first down. Let's see what this penalty is.
He had a lot of interference in front of him, but he ran outside of his blockers there, and the outside man on Milton's defense there was able to get penetration and slow him down. Many blockers there. I saw Offerdahl and
that number 80 just stayed outside. Robert Gunther.
Holding
Against the Silver Eagles. It is declined.
It brings up 4th down.
Boy, he barely made the line of scrimmage on that one, Bob. 4th and 8. It appears the Silver Eagles will go for it.
oh yeah, they don't have quite enough leg to make a field goal here, and
Especially
they're too
into that
close to
wind.
punt.
All right, Brown split to the far side, Powers to the near side. Brady Blang in the slot. Blang looking to throw. Right side, overthrows.
Pass is incomplete.
Looking for Trey Powers, and they turn it over on down.
Powers was open, but the pass was behind him. Uncatchable, and Monona Grove will give it up. Disappointing first drive. They did get down the field. His arm was hit as he released there, which we didn't see on the original play, but on instant replay, very obvious. So that's why the ball was so far off.
So Milton will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30, their first possession of the game.
Trying to think, when was the last time we didn't see Monona score on their first possession of the game? I don't think that's happened this year, at least in the games that we've seen.
Tyler Westrick handing off. I missed who had the carry.
Me too.
Number 23? No, that can't be.
That's Andrew.
Andrew Heiss, 33, the fullback. 5'9", 195-pound senior. Picking up 4 yards on the first carry. First play for the Redhawks brings up 2nd and 6. Westrick will hand off to him again. And Heiss has the first down and rumbles all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Wow, big hole in the middle of the line there. Good blocking by the Milton offensive line, but there is a flag down.
That was Taylor Snell on the carry.
My
He might be coming back. Yep, that's holding.
Holding against the Redhawks.
Penalty flag on the field.
So Snell with a nice run there, but it's all for naught. They'll march it back and make it 2nd and 11. Oh no, they're going to make it a lot more than that.
It's a spot foul.
2nd and 15.
Yeah.
So Milton hurting themselves with a couple of penalties here in the first quarter. Although the first one didn't cost them any points.
Nope. This one cost them a first down, at least so far.
2nd and 15.
Because they had the first down on that run.
Westrick out of the option, or out of the shotgun. He'll keep it himself, trying to get outside.
No way. Derek Zanger had him.
Zanger stayed home and made a nice ankle tackle.
Derek Zanger did exactly what he was supposed to do, and that's stay home and make sure that nobody gets outside. And not only did he make sure, but he brought the guy down for a loss.
3-yard line.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 17. Yeah, that was textbook. Zinger's had a nice year on defense.
Third and 17.
Westrick will bring him up to the line. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. There's a single running back. Now Westrick looking to throw. No quarterback option.
No way.
I believe that was Offerdahl staying home and taking him down.
Yeah, that was a called quarterback draw there. It never had a chance.
To Cora, and that brings up 4th down.
4th and 13 for the Redhawks. They're forced to punt.
So the penalty hurt them. They had a first down around midfield and ended up having to punt.
Brock Offerdahl back deep for the Silver Eagles. Redhawks punting with the wind. Oof, almost blocked. Offerdahl will let this bounce.
Nice bounce too.
It'll go out of bounds.
So when did Brock Offerdahl start returning punts?
First time I've seen him was tonight.
27-yard line.
It's been almost exclusively Brady Blang. I don't think anyone's returned one except Brady. Brock getting a shot, and the ball kicked out of bounds.
Flag on the field.
Oh, penalty flag at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, usually it's a hold on the receiving team when you see it down there. Back Monona up even further if that's the case.
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so that'll push it back even further.
That'll drive them back to the 17.
4:33 left in the first quarter. Still nothing.
All right,
well, Monona coming out a little flat so far tonight. Hopefully they can pick it up. Remember against Fort Atkinson when Sarah Livesey took the opening handoff and went 89 yards for a score. That kind of lit the fuse a bit.
Yes,
so
it did.
hopefully they can work something out here. I'd like to see Torrin Young get the ball on an outside pitch coming here toward the near side.
Well, the ball back at the 17-yard line of Monona Grove. Blang out of the shotgun, empty backfield. Looking to throw left side. Has Brady Blang cross the 20 and tackled about the 22-yard line.
A little blang all the way up to the 22-yard line.
Tyler throwing to his little brother Brady. It's been an effective combination. Brady with his 11th catch of the season.
Boy, that wind really picking up out here tonight, Steve. I know there's a front coming through and they're expecting rain. I'm hoping to avoid it until
after
games
the game.
end.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not going to get those windows back in very quickly, are we?
Sure aren't.
We're going to do what they do in China. They get wet.
Yeah.
I get that from my dad.
Maybe we'll work.
Tyler Blang on the keeper. Snowed under and losing a couple of yards on this one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Well, for a defense that's given up 230 yards a game on the ground, they're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, I would agree. They're doing a good job stopping the MG offense.
3rd and 7.
Monona's run for a total of 12 yards tonight on 9 carries.
Yikes. That's very uncharacteristic to a team averaging almost 7 yards a carry. Blang, empty backfield again, out of the shotgun. Looking to throw left side. Looking for Sawyer Livesey, but the ball short.
Complete, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down, and now they got to kick it into the wind.
Well, offensive play calling split even. 7 passes, 7 runs. None of them very effective so far.
You wonder if the Silver Eagles are taking Milton a little lightly, looking ahead to Mount Horror Barneveld next week.
Well, I kind of blamed their performance at Stoughton last week as a little bit of a hangover from the big Fort Atkinson victory. Fort was supposed to really give Monona a test this year, and Monona actually stomped them.
Tyler Blang kicking from his own 5-yard line. Stoughton return men standing at their own 40. So Stoughton will win this field position battle. Nice kick by Tyler. This is 82 backed up to the 37-yard line. Carson Beatty. And Beatty made a couple of yards before dragged down by Jalen Thomas and number 11, Tommy Brown.
Punt return.
That was actually
To the
Cheney
41-yard
Passer
line.
on that return there,
Milton.
Steve. Number 32. 32.
32, I thought I saw an 82, but I'll take your word
No,
for
it
it.
was number 30.
Cheney
32.
Passer, he should be a quarterback.
That's a good name, Cheney Passer.
I first looked at that, I thought it said Chancey Passer. You don't want him throwing the ball. All right, Westrick out of the pistol. Hands off to Horde. Zach Horde pushed out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Close to a first down.
Took to the edge on that. A nice gain on first down from Milton. I thought a little holding might have been able to be called on the edge, but it didn't happen.
Out to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 2. Westrick, the quarterback.
Who was that that carried the ball there?
27 Horde.
Thank you.
Zach
Thank you
Horde.
so much. Thank you.
Westrick, the quarterback, is just a junior. He's been getting a lot of playing time since his freshman year when he quarterbacked the Red Hawks. The fullback, Heisey again.
That's 33, Andrew.
He pounds ahead for the first down.
Inside that Monona Grove territory.
Milton into MG territory for the first time to the MG 48.
Offerdahl on the tackle there. Good blocking so far by the Milton offensive line. Big kids.
1st and 10 for the Red Hawks. 2:19 to play in the first quarter. Whoa, and the snow is coming down. The humanity. The snow. Forget it.
Yeah. It'll work. That might work.
High snap, but Westrick pulls it down, the handoff to Horde, and Horde corralled and finally brought down inside the 45-yard line.
Did a nice job of making something out of that. Monona Grove made contact with him almost at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to squirt forward for about almost 4 yards.
Offerdahl grabbed a hold of him, but needed help from a couple other players. The ball just inside the 45, call it the 44-yard line. 2nd and 7. Now the Milton line doing a good job on both sides of the ball, I'd have to say. Westrick calling the signals. The handoff. I think this is Heisey again. Nope, Snell. Can't tell. The two have very similar builds. 3-yard pickup for Snell, making it 3rd and 4. The ball at the 42.
3rd and 4.
Snell, the rushing leader for Milton last week in their loss to Reedsburg, broke off a 75-yard touchdown run as part of his 2 scores.
Westrick on the keeper, and
if they can tackle him, they got him.
He just got over the 40-yard line, but I think he's going to be short of the first down.
Sean McCoskey and Offerdahl made contact with him behind the line of scrimmage, but did not make the tackle. He ends up going for a yard.
Yeah, they spot the ball at the 39-yard line, 4th and 1 for Milton. Milton has just a dreadful kicking team.
Yes, they do.
They are terrible. I swear they've missed most of their extra points this season.
Yeah, at least half of them. They're 9 for 18 this year.
Okay. I didn't know the numbers, but I just looked at the box score and saw how dreadful they are. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1.
Taking a chance, but so far they've done a nice job of gaining yardage when they
hand off to Horde, and close to the first down. Yeah, I think he's got it.
To the 37.
He gained just enough.
And they're going to measure.
Timeout or measurement.
Pretty close. It looked like where he went down, I thought he had it fairly easily, and I still think he does have the first down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a first down by a small amount, but should be enough. 13 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll have time for one more play after this measurement.
Very fast first quarter.
And yes, he does by the length of the football.
Milton.
So, Bob, no score yet, but I got to give this first quarter to Milton. I think they've outplayed the Silver Eagles so far. Certainly an emotional victory. I don't know how they've done yards and plays, but they've pushed Monona Grove. And they let the first quarter expire without running another play, so we'll switch ends. Silver Eagles will have the win for the second quarter.
So, Steve, let's take just a minute or two here. Got some sad news this week. Anybody that's spent any time watching these telecasts know that there's one woman that we really counted on every week to catch our games, and she is a very faithful viewer. Mrs. Catherine Dahl, she passed away Wednesday night. Mrs. Dahl is undoubtedly the most loyal viewer this telecast has ever known. There have been times, Steve, where we both wondered if anybody was watching the game and if we were just up here talking to ourselves. And anytime we actually commented on it, it seemed like by the next game, word would reach us that we did. We had one viewer.
We had that one. That was nice to know.
And it was Mrs. Dahl. And as sad as this news is for us here in the booth, I know it's much worse for her family, including her grandson, who's down on the sideline, number 11, Tommy Brown. So our best wishes go out to Tommy and the rest of the Dahl family. And we'd like to say thank you and good night, Mrs. Dahl, wherever you are.
Zachary Horde
Zach Horde with the carry for the Milton Redhawks as we resume play. That was nice, Bob.
knocked down by
Is that a compliment, Steve?
It was very well done.
I wish Mrs. Dahl was here to hear that, because it's the first one you've ever given me.
Yes. 1 yard pickup for Horde. Don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, don't worry.
It'll take another 18 years before you get the next one. Oh, Bob, that statement wasn't entirely stupid.
Hey, whatever.
2nd and 9 for the Redhawks. I bet we've got 3 or 4 viewers out there easily.
Occasionally. Big games.
Westrick looking to throw. Rolling now, chased. Oh, to his tight end number 82. Brought down and a flag. A late flag here. A couple late flags.
Well, I don't know if they're going to call roughing. Offerdahl made a good hit as he was throwing the ball. There's no way you can call a personal foul on that unless they're going to call him for spearing.
Yeah, Carson Beatty with the catch and the first down, but we'll see what the call is.
Maybe
here.
they had a lineman downfield. That's possible, although there's 3 flags, 2 of them in the vicinity of where Brock Offerdahl made the tackle.
They got 4 flags on the field, Bob. There's one on the far side.
Holy cow. That's a lot of laundry, Steve. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, it's an ineligible receiver downfield.
And the Milton quarterback was beyond the line of
Oh, it was illegal forward pass, and they all saw it. Amazing.
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, that's a penalty against Milton.
Well, that's good.
So, taking away the apparent first down, a loss of down, so it pushes it back 5 yards, and a loss of down back to the
Huge
41-yard
penalty
line.
for Milton. Gosh, Milton had a first down deep in Monona Grove territory.
Instead, it's 3rd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Monona Grove in a pretty good position right now.
And Westrick took a heck of a hit from Brock.
Yeah, he's going to remember that one. Westrick, a nice-sized kid, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, just took a hammer in there from Offerdahl.
Yeah, that's what I played at, Steve. 6 foot, 170. Of course, I was a guard. I was a big fella in that line.
Yeah.
Westrick
throwing again.
Pass it. He picked, and it is. That's Jacob Materis with the pick, tipped by Jacob Decora. He really threw into traffic on that, Steve. The two down linemen there really sniffed out that screen pass. All the pressure was off the edge. And you can see both Decora and Bateras. You saw Brock Lippian. Nobody was fooled on that play.
So the Silver Eagles take over at their own 40-yard line with yet another interception.
Monona with a plus 11 takeaway differential this year, by far the best in the Badger South.
No, whistle's going to stop things here.
It's a false start.
Flag on the field.
Well, I was kind of hoping that pick would really get the team fired up a little bit, but they start right away by committing a penalty, and now we go to 1st and 15.
I've got that as the 7th interception of the season for the Silver Eagles. But the penalty on the first offensive play after the turnover pushes it back to the 36-yard line, 1st and 15. Silver Eagle offense has really sputtered here in the first quarter. Let's see if they can get something going now after that turnover.
I have a feeling if they could just break off a 15, 20-yard run, that would really snap them out of this. Right now, they're very flat.
Young in motion, Blang to throw. Looking deep, he's got Powers open over the middle and just off his fingertips.
Well, I gotta say, they had one-on-one coverage until he got to the middle of the field. The safety came over for help. He got there late. Trey Powers was wide open. If that pass is just about a foot shorter, that's a touchdown for Monona.
Nice try, but it pushes it to 2nd and 15.
Well, Monona really throwing the ball a lot tonight. Blank's thrown 8 passes already. He's completed 2 for 14 yards.
High for the season is 22 versus Monroe, but he completed 15 of them that night. Now the handoff to Brady Blang. Brady close to the 40.
Brady Blang.
So number 61 from Milton, Cody Young, made that tackle, and that's the 2nd tackle of the game for a down lineman already here in the first 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter. That's actually, a lot of times the down linemen on defense only get 2 or 3 tackles per game.
3-yard pickup for Brady Blang on that. Makes it 3rd and 12. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Still scoreless in this one.
Yeah, Monona not doing anything offensively so far.
Blang out of the shotgun. Looking downfield for Powers again. Double coverage. Powers just missed the catch. He had to dive for that one.
Yeah, did a nice job, good effort, really laid out for it, but wasn't able to bring it in. A lot better coverage that time by Milton.
So going for the home run ball again. They come up short. It'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to punt it.
I got to tell you, if you look at that on replay, Steve, we kind of missed it there, but we did see it live. The whole middle of the field is wide open when Trey Powers is running that deep post. The entire middle of the field is open.
Tyler Blang to punt it now on 4th and 12. Nice kick, pushing it back. Lands just near the 20-yard line and bounce out of bounds. Milton will take over 1st and 10 from their own 22.
22-yard line. 1st and 10, Milton.
Yeah, the Silver Eagle offense continues to struggle. Game against Stoughton, they managed a couple scores, a couple touchdowns in the 2nd quarter, and then a field goal in the 3rd, and that was it for the night.
Well, offensively, Monona came out with 3 consecutive running plays, racked up a first down, and has since essentially abandoned the run. Throwing the ball a lot tonight.
9:37 to play in the first half. Milton with the ball at their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Tyler Westrick out of the pistol. Gives it to his up back. This is Snell. Snell pushing. Boy, he runs hard, close to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a little short of the first down, I believe.
Barrels his way to the 31
6 foot, 215 pounder, and he runs like it. Hard
Hits a load, but he gets 9 yards on that carry, 2nd and 1.
It's the longest play of the game by either team, 9 yards.
Wow. Westrick will give it to him again. He's got the first down, still on his feet across the 35-yard line.
Taylor Snell to the 35.
I don't know what Snell's stats have been for the season, but I'd keep giving it to that kid.
Yeah. Well, Decora and Offerdahl on the tackle in the middle of the lineup, in the middle of the field, and we have a Silver Eagle down.
That's Josh Pateras.
Yeah, I think I called him Jacob earlier. I apologize for that. It is Josh Pateras.
So while the trainers attend to him, both teams will head to the sideline and get some coaching wisdom.
Was that Snell again on that carry?
Yes, it was.
Excellent. And
Snell with the first down out to the 35-yard line. Well, the Silver Eagle defense has been stout, but the offense has yet to get on track. They've been going for that home run ball an awful lot. I think that's at least 3 long ones to Powers and that 1 long one to Tommy Brown have all fallen incomplete.
Yep. Yeah, the passing game, they are trying to obviously work on that tonight. So far with no success, 2 for 9 for 14 yards.
Well, Bateras sitting up now.
So I want to take a moment to say hi to a friend of mine who sent me an email this last week. Said she caught a part of the game on, I think the last game against Fort Atkinson. She said she didn't even know that we were still doing the games. Here we are 18 years in. But she did want to say hi and tell us that she thought we're just doing a bang-up job, Steve. That's Linda Smith and her husband, Scott. Linda and Scott live in Cottage Grove. Both their daughters, their oldest graduated from Monona Grove, and their youngest, Alex, is now a junior at Monona Grove.
Alex Smith is a quarterback. Come on.
That's a quarterback name, there's no doubt.
Bateras being helped to the sidelines with an apparent leg injury. This is Westrick on the carry across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Mom tells me that Alex Smith knows a quarterback pretty well. The JV quarterback, in fact.
Good one.
Derek Zinger on the stop.
6-yard pickup for Westrick. 2nd and 4.
So I'd like to see the Monona D tighten up here a little bit.
Let's get us another turnover.
That's right. Get this team to punt or get the turnover and get back on offense and do something.
The handoff to Horde. And Horde out near the 45-yard line. A little short.
The offensive line for Milton getting a pretty darn good push against the defensive line of Monona.
By Brock Lippian on the play for a gain of 1.
3rd and 8 from the 44-yard line.
No.
3rd and 2, excuse me. They've gained 8.
More like 2.
7:40 to play in the first half. Still scoreless.
Need to stop here. Got to force these guys to punt.
Westrick, the pitch. This is Snell. Snell the first down and down to the 50-yard line.
34, Taylor Snell on the carry to the 50-yard line.
Well, Bob, the Stoughton game was the first time the Silver Eagles were held scoreless in the first quarter until tonight. They haven't been shut out in the second quarter yet this year. 1st and 10 for Milton from the 50.
Ironically, Monona Grove has pretty much won all of their games in the first half this year, Steve. I looked and they have outscored their opponents in the first half this year 202 to 23.
Wow.
But not tonight.
All right, Westrick again. He'll give it to Heisey, and Heisey plows ahead for a good 8 or 9 yards.
Andrew Heiss.
He bounced at the end, so we'll see where they spot this.
43.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2.
Very effective running game on this series for Milton. In fact, Milton has been the better offensive team tonight. They've hamstrung themselves with a turnover and a couple of penalties. It's kept them off the board.
And now they face a 2nd and short, typically a passing down, but I would not expect to see one tonight, or in this situation. No, they give it to Horde, the running back. He is the first down and plows down to the 35-yard line of Monona Grove.
Well, Monona Grove's defensive line's given them a little bit of a hole in the middle of the line, and they've been attacking it. When their runner hits that hole, he's coming full steam ahead. He's taking that handoff on the run, and he's hitting the line at full speed.
Well, Bob Buteris is on the sidelines, and he's flexing his foot and leg, so
He was
appears not to be too serious.
he was
of an
careful
injury.
coming off.
The handoff to Snell.
There
and
we go.
Snell hit at the line by 23 for the Silver Eagles, Zach Blom.
Blom, one of the leading tacklers on Monona Grove.
Just a 1-yard pickup on that play, 2nd and 9 now. Milton taking a little time to get the play into the quarterback.
This may cost them another penalty if they don't hurry up, or a timeout. I think they're going to have to call a time. They're going to have to call a timeout. They're never going to get this play off on time. Yeah, no way.
There we go.
It took way too long. There was no way they were going to get that snap off.
Just the first timeout called by either team. 5:30 to play in the first half.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to take a penalty there. They've got a pretty good drive going here. You'll note that it's been all running plays. Milton's only thrown one pass tonight. It was intercepted by Monona Grove.
Seriously, that was their only. So they had the one called back on penalty. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Milton not known for their passing offense.
Kind of expected it to go the other way. I thought maybe Monona would have one pass by now, and Milton might have 9, but just a flip on that one.
All right.
And ladies and gentlemen, here's some
Both
scores
teams
from
come
around
back
the
out
area.
onto the field. We're ready to go again.
17-6 and 21-10.
Wow, that's. Did you hear those partial scores?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that joke just never gets old.
Really? All right, Westrick taking the snap, handing it off to Heis. Heis across the 30. Down close to the 25-yard line. He will be short of the first down by a couple of yards.
27.
Third and 2.
Wow, they're really having good luck going right up the gut on Monona. Monona, like I said, has that little gap in the middle, and usually Brock Offerdahl is the one that fills that gap. Offerdahl playing a little bit off the line, and boy, those guys are, the running backs are just getting to the line in a hurry, and probably a little too fast for Offerdahl to plug up that hole.
Third and 2. Westrick on the keeper.
There you go.
Shut down at the line. Zach
There you
Stinson with the tackle.
That was Stinson kind of coming around the edge, getting there in a hurry and making the tackle behind the line, I believe.
And I think that's Jaden Galt in there making the tackle as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
put him in the middle of the line because boy, they've been pushing those guys around in there.
So 4th and 2. 4-down territory for the Red Hawks. They're looking into the wind.
Big play for Monona here.
Biggest play of the game so far.
Well, for
4:20
Monona
to
Grove
play.
it is. They get a stop here, boy, that'd be big, and maybe that would light a fire under the offense.
Westrick out of the pistol. Double wideouts to both sides. Straight back looking to throw. Chase now and brought down.
No, he hasn't brought down. He got
slipped
away, and he's going to get a first down. He's going to get a touchdown here. And he did.
And
He avoided
Snell with the touchdown.
twice, Steve. Didn't bring him down. A great play by Westrick to get that ball off.
From the 27-yard line.
Taylor Snell.
Wow.
28-yard touchdown pass on 4th and 2. When it looked like he was going to go down for a sack, I was going to say, what a foolish call for a 4th and 2 play. Here's a team that's been running the ball effectively. They're throwing the ball on 4th and 2, and somehow they get the ball off to one of their running backs. He goes in for the score.
And it is
The extra point attempt by sophomore Dylan Swerwig. It's good.
I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but Monona Grove is down 7-0 here in the first half.
When was the last time we saw that, Bob?
I would prefer not to be seeing it tonight.
So with 3:54 to play in the first half, Milton with a 7-0 lead.
Well, I got to say, Steve, and I don't know about you, but I really didn't expect this kind of effort and performance out of the Red Hawks tonight.
I would agree. The Silver Eagles have not trailed in the first half of any of their games, I believe. I'm looking here. They haven't been scored on first.
No, I mean, like I said earlier, I can't remember the last time they didn't score on their first possession.
Yeah, they haven't trailed in the first half yet this year. Until tonight.
Game
Wow. 8. Like we said, Milton up against the wall here. They need to win out to even have a shot at the playoffs. The Silver Eagles hoping to tune up a little for Mount Horeb. Hopefully it's just a matter of taking Milton a little lightly and they'll come out strong in the second half. Plenty of time here in the first half to even things up. Swerig kicking off. Torin Young from the 9. Has some running room on this side. Young could go.
Get a block here from Powers.
Tripped up. Powers held his man up, but Swerig, the kicker, came over to make the tackle. Swerig doesn't make that tackle, and Young goes all the way. But out to the 44, a 35-yard return.
One solid block here, and unfortunately that defender was able to fend off Trey Powers' block and make the tackle. It's still a very good return. Monona Grove in business at their own 44.
1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles, 3:47 to play in the first half. Blang under center. The handoff to Offerdahl. Offerdahl, some running room across the 50, 45, and down to the 43-yard line of Milton.
That looks a little bit better. It's a quick hitter by Offerdahl. Gets through the box, gets into the secondary, and gets a first down.
They spot the ball at the 44-yard line. A nice run there by the senior fullback.
Offerdahl comes into this game with a little over 200 yards rushing, and has scored 6 touchdowns.
That's a Jerome Bettis line. The handoff to Brady Blang. This time Brady picking his way through, gets a couple yards down to about the 41, 42-yard line.
Plenty of time for Monona Grove. They can stay with the run.
Call it a 2-yard pickup for Brady.
Blang with 4 carries tonight. That might be his high water mark for the season. Blang's only carried the ball 22 times in the first 7 games.
Tyler Blang under center, Young in motion. The handoff to Offerdahl again across the 40, 35, 30, still rumbling and down to the 27-yard line of Milton.
Offerdahl runs like a fullback should. Just puts his head down and goes north-south, keeps his legs moving.
He's got that low center of gravity. He's not the biggest kid in the world, but it's certainly effective out of this offense. First down at the 27-yard line of Milton. 2:45 to play in the first half.
We still haven't seen an outside play call for Torin Young tonight.
Brady Blang in motion. Tyler Blang will keep this one. Inside the 20, still on his feet and down to the 15-yard line.
Another first down.
To the 15, and that's another Monona Grove.
So that touchdown by Milton, apparently a kick in the pants as the Silver Eagles are pushing pretty hard.
That I would hope it was.
Offerdahl the handoff again, bowling his way to the 11. 2nd and 6 for the Silver Eagles. You're exactly right, Bob, when you said Offerdahl runs like a fullback. That head down, keep his legs moving.
Yeah, both hands on the football.
Yep.
11-yard line.
It's going to be hard to take that ball away from him.
2nd and 6 from the 11, just under 2 minutes to play.
Plenty of time for Monona, all 3 timeouts available to them. They can continue to run the football.
Torin Young in motion, and somebody moved. Darn it. That'll push it back 5 yards and give us 2nd and 11.
All right. once again, now the clock has stopped. 3 timeouts. You can still run the football, and they've been running the football effectively on this drive. It's not time to just go right back to the pass.
Oh, I would agree with you. You've got 4 good runners on this offense. Milton's not going to be able to stop all of them. All right. Herniak empowers the wideouts. Brady Blank in motion. He gets the pitch, right side,
Nice
left side,
block on
excuse
the
me,
outside
down
there
close
by
to the
Young.
15-yard line.
Brady Blank.
Only a 1-yard pickups.
Actually, they got that penalty back, so that's about a 5-yard gain.
3rd and
At the 15-yard
10.
line.
Very nice block by Torrin Young out there, and allowed Blank to turn it up for the 5 yards. Young very silent tonight, only 2 carries for 6 yards.
Blank out of the shotgun. He's got Young next to him now. This might be a good time to break him loose. Got 3 split out to this side. No. Tyler Blank going back the other way. Powers has Powers in the corner and overthrows it.
Pass is incomplete. 4th down.
4th and 10 for the Silver Eagles. 33 seconds to play in this first half, and they trail the Red Hawks 7-0. And it appears we may have the kicking team coming on, Bob.
Yep, give it a try.
Schukart.
Got a bit of a breeze. It might help him along. It's about a 32-yard field goal attempt, which is definitely within his range.
Schukart had a 24-yard field goal last week against Stoughton.
His first of the year.
This one a 32-yard attempt.
Milton will call a timeout, I'm sure.
Timeout.
Got
Yes,
an
we
ice
do.
number 2.
Have a timeout. Milton.
Well, while we get a timeout, Bob, I want to wish Doc Schrapp a speedy recovery. I hear he's at home recovering. Hopefully nothing serious. Old Doc Schrapp, not young Jim
Yeah,
Schrapp.
you know, I knew who you meant. Richard Shropshire. Yeah. A long-time team physician here for Monona Grove. In fact, I think he was still a practicing physician well into his 70s. I could be wrong on that.
He didn't need to practice anymore. He'd been doing it for years.
You'd be surprised. Some guys need to just continue practicing.
suppose.
I'm not saying Doc Schrapp was one of them. No, there are people that just have to keep trying.
All right. Drew Schukart will line this one up again. Tyler Blank, the holder. Tyler making sure they got 11 out on the field. All right. 33-yard attempt. The ball down. The kick is blocked and loose, and the Red Hawks fall on. No, the Silver Eagles, Torrin Young picks it up. Young fighting, and he'll go down at the 24-yard line where Stoughton will take over.
Wow, there was almost no blocking on the interior part of the line. They just flooded in.
Yeah, they had a lot of guys
They
in on
had
that
no
ball.
chance at all of making that kick. A disappointing first half. Seems to end appropriately with a blocked field goal. Let's see if Milton's going to try anything, if they're going to be happy with their 7-0 lead. They ought to be happy with
They
a
should
7-0
be,
lead.
and they will get the ball to start the second half. I would assume they're going to just kneel down and let the clock run out on this one. The band getting ready to come out onto the field. The Silver Eagles, a disappointing first half. First time they've been held scoreless in any half this season. Not the time of year you want to see them shutting down. So Westrick will kneel down, and that'll end the first half with the Red Hawks, a surprising 7-0 leader over the Silver Eagles.
I expect the Silver Eagles are going to hear all about this first half in a very short form, a short, loud form in the locker room from Coach Stassi.
All right, we'll be back with the second half of Silver Eagle football. Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmook. Stay tuned. Watch the band.
Wild Indians. It is.
Remember, we have lots of prizes, raffles being given away by the dance team as they try to raise money so they can go down to Disney World in December for the big competition. Help support the dance team tonight. Get your raffle prizes and tickets right now. We continue tonight's halftime festivities with your Monona Grove Silver Eagle Marching Band. Tonight the band performs the first half of this year's show, which features recent hits from the top of the Billboard charts. We start with a song by rap artist Pitbull. By teaming with vocalist Christina Aguilera, Pitbull created a unique blend of styles that carried this song to the top of the charts. Here is Feel This Moment. Bowling Month, the band turns to a song by the group Shinedown, written to bring awareness to the devastating effects caused by bullying. This is the band's version of Shinedown, Bullying. And now, what you all have been waiting for, the presentation of your 2013 Homecoming Court. Keeping with the homecoming theme of superheroes, we bring in court members to the sounds of the renowned composer Alan Silverstreet's Captain America March. Michelle Hoffbauer and Michelle Zaber. gentlemen, here are your homecoming king and queen. Queen Mackenzie Hamer and King Pam Newhauser. And we'd like to recognize the court members, Jake Decora, Elijah Eisenberger, Brock Lippiett, and Brock Offerdahl, who are members of the football team and unable to join us for halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the 2013 homecoming court.
We're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Silver Eagle Marching Band. The Silver Eagle Marching Band is under direction of Mr. Jeff Casperek and Mr. Patrick Thorne.
From Monona Grove High School, we continue with the halftime festivities. It's homecoming here for the Silver Eagles. I'm Steve Martinelli with Bob Schmuck. And Bob, for the first time all season, the Silver Eagles trailing in the first half and shut out in the first half. This has been kind of revolting.
And frankly, they deserve to be trailing at the end of this half. They did not play well at all on the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, maybe they're coming off a little flat. Maybe they're thinking ahead to next week. I don't know what's going on. But so far offensively, Monona Grove has been, well, mostly impotent.
The defense not that bad, giving up just a lone scorer. Taylor Snell? Taylor Snell, a 28-yard pass, touchdown pass from Tyler Westrick on a 4th and 2 play when Westrick slipped out of a couple tackles and made a great throw to Snell. Snell took it in for the score. That's the only score we've had tonight. And surprisingly, Milton made the extra point.
Yeah, Westrick, you have to hand it to him. I mean, he was dead to rights back there by more than one Monona Grove tackler. He slipped 2 tackles. Should have been easy sacks. Got out of them. Kept his wherewithal about him and completed a short pass to the fullback, Snell, who took the ball in. So once again, Milton deserves to be in the lead. Milton doing a lot better job on offense. The passing game, 1 for 2 for Westrick with the 28-yard touchdown pass. He has also thrown an interception today. Rushing, Milton has rolled up, let me look here, 72 yards rushing. And we're going to compare that to Monona's in just a second, and it probably won't take me long to add it up because it hasn't been real numbers. Yeah, so Monona has managed to put together 60 yards of rushing, which actually surprises me that it's that much.
It does seem more than
the passing game has really been killing Monona tonight. They've called a fair, well, I'd say more than a fair number of passes, a lot more than we're used to seeing from this football team.
Definitely.
10 pass plays already tonight for Monona, but they've only made 2 completions. The longest one, a 9-yarder to Trey Powers. Brady Blanks caught 1 for 5. Yes, folks, that's 14 yards passing in the first half for Monona Grove.
Kind of surprising, seeing as the Silver Eagles come into this game 7-0, Milton 2-5 on the season. I expected a much different result in the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half here. Monona Grove will kick off to Milton. The Red Hawks will have first crack at adding on to that 7-0 lead.
Well, it's going to be important for Monona Grove to come out on defense and just attack. So far, Milton's done a nice job of controlling the interior of the line. They haven't done much outside the tackles, but boy, inside the tackles, they've made some yards. They got a pretty big offensive line. Might be the biggest one that Monona's faced so far this year. And there are 2 fullbacks, the guys that have been carrying the ball in the middle of the field, this Heiss kid and Taylor Snell both weigh in at over 200 pounds, and they're hitting the line on the run. Those the handoffs they're getting are deeper in the offensive backfield, and they're taking that handoff on the run, hitting the line hard, and they're gaining yards.
Well, you talked about their big line, Bob. Their three captains, all linemen. John Dummer, 260 pounds. Isaac Gunn, 270 pounds. Nate Truin, 270 pounds. Truin's been getting interest from some college teams. They've got some definitely got some size on that line, but Silver Eagles have hopefully got to find a way to neutralize that here in the second half.
Yes, indeed. But as you say, the defense really hasn't been playing poorly. Milton kind of helped out the defense with the turnover and then a couple of dumb penalties, essentially, that stalled drives for them. But Monona not able to take advantage. And the only effective drive Monona had in the first half was their last one. They took the ball after a good kickoff return by Torrin Young out to their own 45. They stuck strictly with the run, and were able to push the ball down to about the 15-yard line of Milton, and took a dumb false start penalty, which pushed them back 5, and just seemed to upset the whole game plan from that point forward. They gained 5 yards back on their next play, then were stopped for no gain, facing a 3rd and 10, and then went back to the air, were incomplete, had to try a long field goal. The field goal was blocked, and Monona Grove came away empty.
Well, we're just minutes away from starting the second half here. The Silver Eagles just taking the field now. I assume their ears are ringing from the stern talking to they've had in the locker room. They're going to be a little sore.
I would think at least the first, 5 minutes. I'm surprised we couldn't hear the coaching staff out here at the press box. I'd be awful shocked if they didn't hear about their performance here in the first half. Football coaches aren't known to be real patient when it comes to that sort of effort. And so after the first 5 minutes, I'm sure Coach Stassi and the rest of the staff got together with their respective groups, went over what they're going to do in the second half, how things are going to change.
It'll be real interesting to see how they come out to start this second half, especially with Milton getting the ball. You see guys flying around, you'll know that they're ready to play.
MG actually ran Jaden Galt out into the defensive line toward the end of that first half because Milton was getting so much yardage up the gut. And Galt, an awful big boy, he'd be awful hard to move there in the middle of the field.
Kind of interesting they would put him out there given the fact that he had injured his knee a little bit earlier this season and sat out a couple games. You think they'd want to take care of him and protect him from any possible injury?
Well, I'm telling you, Steve, that this, when it comes to playoffs and they start seeding teams, if Monona Grove takes a bad loss to Milton at home, that's going to drop them a couple of seats, might cost them a home game at some point.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So if I'm Mike Stassi, yeah, I'm putting Jaden Galt out there. We need to win this football game. They got a big game next week. If they happen to lose to Mount Hope next week, but they win tonight, it won't make us that much difference in the seeding. But if they lose to Milton tonight, that will make a difference.
Mount Horeb 6-1 on the season in second place in the Badger North. I believe they've got a tough game tonight. Don't have their schedule in front of me, but I thought they were playing somebody like DeForest.
Well, Monona Grove should come out ready to go. I think they're on paper and in all ways, and I've seen quite a bit of Monona Grove football this year, Steve. In all ways, they're a better team than Milton. So let's see if they can't prove it out here in the second half.
Well, and maybe this is the type of thing this team needs to build a little character. Face some adversity and have to come from behind to win a game. They haven't had to come from behind too often in the last several years, most often running up a big first half score and coasting in the second half. That's been the pattern so far this season. Tonight, a little bit of a different story.
Well, Monona Grove's last loss in conference play, 2008 versus the Oregon Panthers. They lost that game 21-14. Earlier that year, they also lost to Milton, 18-0. That could be the last time that Monona Grove got shut out, too. I'd have to look back on that.
Well, the second half, hopefully a different story for the Silver Eagles. Milton looking for just their third victory for Coach Bill O'Leary, taking over from, what was his name, Baczynski.
He was I just remember as being, the Abe Gibron of the Badger Conference.
Yes,
he was
the widest coach in the league.
He is humongous.
remember going to Milton to watch the games. You sit on that kind of side hill on the visitor's side, and the sun is just brutal in the first half.
Oh, you remember that one game we went to? I think was that a playoff game?
Yes, it was, and it was so cold.
And it was freezing. The wind's just howling in from the west, and of course the visitors are facing the west, not only looking into the sun, they're just getting beaten down by that cold wind. And finally, you and I and Cindy, we just gave up.
Yep.
And we went over to the other side. It was so much more comfortable over there.
We went over to the other side, and Silver Eagles scored on that hook and ladder with Aaron Wren.
Yep. Yeah, it was a terrific football game. Monona came ready to play, and that was a good Milton team that year. And that was a big win for Monona.
In contrast to this team, that was a Milton team that could throw the ball.
You know, when Milton first came into the Badger Conference, they were a powerhouse, and probably up until maybe not last year, but the year before the slide started.
Last year they had the defensive player of the year in the Badger South, that A.J. Natter, who's now playing for Nebraska.
Yet they still went 2-6. Yeah. So, you know, one player, obviously, in the ultimate team game is football. One player can't carry you in football.
He was an imposing specimen, though, 6'4" and 260, and easily the fastest guy on their team.
Well, you remember that quarterback they had who's playing for the Badgers now, but he's playing, I think, in the defensive backfield. Is Hammond? Was it Chase or Nate Hammond?
Nate Hammond.
Nate Hammond?
Yeah, he was a flyer.
He was an excellent, not only a really good runner, he was an excellent passer.
All right, Shukar ready to kick it off for the Silver Eagles. The Milton deep men standing about at their 15. I would think now they're going to drop back a little. 12 minutes on the clock, and the second half has begun. From the 8-yard line, straight up the middle and stopped after he gets across the 25. So, first offensive possession of the half. Jaden Galt out there on defense, Bob.
The tackle on that play was made by Nick Tunn, and we've called his name a few times for special teams tackles this year.
Yes. Tunn's also gotten a little time on the offense, playing fullback behind Brock Offerdahl. Westrick out of the pistol. They've run that exclusively tonight, sometimes a power pistol. Now run the option, keeps it, bounces off one guy, and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Offerdahl finally wrapped him up. Nice job of stringing that out by Monona. The Monona defense actually looked fast on that play. Westrick had the option to pitch, but there was no reason to because the pitch man wasn't going anywhere either.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for the Red Hawks.
Westrick not effective at all running the ball tonight. 4 carries, 2 yards.
He's been their second leading rusher on the season, but not having his night tonight. They give this one to the short back, and he's dropped immediately.
If you watch that again on replay, Jaden Gall just went right through the center. The ball came loose. Let's see where that ends up.
Silver Eagles are calling it, but the referee preliminary signal was Milton ball. MG ball. The second turnover of the game, recorded by the Silver Eagles.
Well, they just showed the replay. I would like to, if you could do it one more time, that'd be great. But you can see Jaden Gall just ran right over the top at number 55 for the offense there, right over the center. You can watch this here as the snap just piles into him.
Yeah, Offerdahl with the recovery.
And the good penetration causes the fumble, and Monona on offense, there's the second takeaway of the game for the Monona Grove defense.
The ball on the 26-yard line of Milton. The Silver Eagles with a chance to tie this up very quickly into the second half. That's just what we needed to see, is the defense come out that inspired and take one away.
And we need to see Monona Grove's running game just take over here.
Offerdahl to the 24-yard line. 2-yard pickup for the senior fullback.
I'd like to see Monona's offense start running that ball a little bit to the left. Let's see if we can get Tyler Blank to run that little quarterback keeper to the left side of the offense and see what kind of damage they can do.
2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun. He'll give it to Young, trying to go left side, has some running room. Torrin Young.
He's going to go.
Torrin Young into the end zone.
Really nice block downfield by Tommy Brown. And there's a flag down. I think they might call Tommy for a hole. Let's see what happens down here.
If not, it's a 24-yard touchdown run for Torrin Young. It is a hold.
Yeah, you can't see it on that angle. And a nice run by Torrin Young. Torrin Young only had the chance to carry the ball twice in the first half. He'll still get credit for the run, and that, I don't know if that was enough to get the first down.
From the spot of the foul, and he'll bring the ball back to the 19-yard line.
Back to the 19-yard line where it's 2nd and 3.
Monona Grove will gain 4 yards on the result of the play.
So at least it was a positive outcome to that one. Too bad it wasn't the score. Young looked pretty good there. He had a huge hole and just galloped down the left sideline.
Young did a nice job of cutting back. He looked a little bit to the right and then came back to the left, made the play.
Blang on the keeper this time. Blang has the first down near the 10-yard line.
And it's Monona Grove. First down.
Blang running to the left there behind Jaden Galt.
Who's the guard on that side, Bob?
That's number 66. That would be, don't tell me, Nick Meyer.
Okay. Blang will bring him up to the line again. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Milton. Young in motion. The handoff to Offerdahl. Offerdahl close to the 5.
Offerdahl inside the 10.
You remember when they were playing Fort Atkinson at the beginning of the game, Steve, they ran the ball off the edge a lot of pitches, a lot of wide runs using their speed. They haven't done that at all so far tonight.
The ball to the 9-yard line, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
First serious threat for the Silver Eagles. I take that back. Before the half, they had that push. Nice to have that on consecutive drives then. Young with the carry. Torrin Young still on his feet. Maybe got a yard on that one before he was pushed back. It's going to bring up 3rd and at least 6 for the Silver
Real
Eagles.
good penetration by the defensive line that time. Torrin Young had to go back to the left to try to avoid a defensive lineman, from Milton. Ended up gaining nothing on the play.
3rd and 7. The ball at the 9-yard line.
3rd and 7.
Find Monona. Let's stay with the run here.
Brady in motion. Tyler on the keeper going left side.
Nice gain. He's going to be close to the first down, a little short, about a yard looks like.
Inside the 5.
Brandon Kelbert at the stop.
Maybe 2 yards short.
That brings up 4th.
4th and 2 from the 4-yard line.
And 2.
I think you got to go for it.
Oh, absolutely. You're not kicking a field goal here. If you don't make it, the defense is in great position to make a stop. Becomes a field position game at that point.
And given we have the wind this quarter, it's just the position you want to put Milton in. Now Power splits out wide to the far side. Tommy Brown to the near side. Blang calling the signals, and we got a timeout called by the Silver Eagles.
Timeout, Monona Grove.
8:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. Monona Grove 4 yards away from tying this game up.
It's a big play. I got no problem with Coach Dassey calling the timeout here. Get things in place. They need to get the first down at the least, touchdown even better.
I wonder if that was a planned timeout. Brock Offerdahl called it from the field, but it looked like they went out there to scope out the Milton defense and then call the timeout and regroup. You see that from time to time. A team will have no intention of running a play, if they want to make them jump off sides or something like that. That one just looked a little too clean. Well, Silver Eagles pushing it down to the 4-yard line.
And all running plays, Steve, after the turnover.
Well, and I have to admit, I'm rooting for a running play here.
Yeah, I have to consider giving it to Offerdahl. Offerdahl's made positive yardage every time he's touched the ball up the middle.
All right, they
need 2 yards.
Again. Blang will walk up to the line. Offerdahl behind him at fullback. Brady Blang in motion. Tyler Blang on the keeper. And he's going to be close.
Oh boy,
I don't know if he made it.
I don't like where this mark is. That doesn't look.
And he stopped short. So Milton holds inside the 5.
All right, that's disappointing, but this is an excellent spot for the defense to make a play.
Ball spotted at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for Milton. Nothing better than defensive touchdowns.
Yep, they need to be strong up the middle here because I don't see the ball going to the outside at this position on the field for Milton. They're going to take the ball right up the gut. I see Josh Pateras back in the game. He was injured earlier.
Westrick in his own end zone. Hands off to his running back. Across the 5 and out to the 9-yard line is
Taylor Snell up to
Snell
A run up the middle. Huh.
for 5 yards.
Where are they marking that?
The 9-yard line.
Well, that's about a 7-yard gain then.
He started at the 4.
They did?
Yep.
Yep, never mind.
Yep.
Officials timeout for injured players.
We got an injured player. Oh, Brock Offerdahl coming off the field. Replaced by Nick Meyer. Offerdahl a workhorse, playing both sides of the ball almost every snap of every game. 2nd and 5 for the Redhawks.
Now, Lippiat has him. Lippiat made contact with him at the 9. Unfortunately, wasn't able to bring him down, and that's number 34, Taylor Snell, pushing ahead for 2 yards.
3rd and 2,
21
3.
for Lipsy. Ball's placed on the 11-yard line. We'll bring
So,
up 3rd
key
and
play for
2.
the Silver Eagle defense. 3rd and 2, the ball on the 11-yard line. Westrick out of the shotgun. Hands off to his up back, goes into the line, and I think he got stopped.
Offerdahl shot the gap, made the initial contact, helped down by Josh Pateras.
So that'll force a punt.
Watch Offerdahl shoot the gap here. He's coming in on the run.
First down. 4th down.
Makes the initial contact and the tackle.
And now Offerdahl will drop back to return the punt.
Oh, big 4th down play.
Swerig, no, not Swerig, number 80 kicking this, I believe. Robert Gunther. Offered all back just short of the 50, so the Silver Eagles should get good field position out of this. High kick, Offerdahl calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 47-yard line.
The left-handed punt is out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Oh,
left-handed punt.
Nice. A left-handed punt. That's very good. Did you see Offerdahl go after that ball, though? Called the fair catch, decided, well, I called it. I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. Didn't let it drop, didn't let it land. As it turned out, probably wouldn't have mattered. But we've seen a few punts hit the ground this year and take a nice roll for the opponent.
All right, the Silver Eagles from the Milton 30 or 47-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:21 to play in the 3rd quarter. Still a Milton lead, 7-0. Matt Snell with that touchdown. Wasn't that Matt? Or was it Boozer?
Number 41,
Yes.
Matt Snell. Number 32, Emerson Boozer. Oh,
Lang chased, heaves it up there. Young's got to come back for the ball, and it's short.
Young, well covered. I can't tell what defensive lineman just came in. He was untouched.
Cody Young.
Cody Young
number
again
61.
came in untouched. Nobody accounted for him. Blank forced to throw off his back foot.
Not enough mustard on that one.
Yeah,
to get
ball
Young.
came nowhere close. Fortunately, it didn't end up in the hands of a Red Hawk.
2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Tommy Brown split out wide this side. Trey Powers to the far side. Brady Blang in motion. The handoff to... No, the keeper by Blang, and he gets 3 yards.
All right, Tyler Blank.
This Cody Young obviously sees something when Galt maybe runs by him or something like that. He just crashes down toward the middle of the field, and he's the one that's been raising havoc with those keepers by Blang.
Cody Young, a 6'1", 240-pound senior. 3rd and 7 now for the Silver Eagles. Blang out of the shotgun. He's got Torrin Young next to him. Pulls it back. Throws wobbly. Caught by Powers at the 30-yard line.
That's a nice catch. Once again, Blang's arm hit as he threw it. Ball wobbled in high, but Trey Powers goes up and makes a great catch and a big 1st down.
Trey a little shook up on that one as he had to go up in the air and took a big hit. Couple hits there.
Nice catch by
Hanging on
Powers.
to the ball.
14-yard pickup, a big 1st down
Trey
for
stays in the
Monona.
game. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles from the Milton 30.
And sometimes that's the kind of play that gets the team excited again.
Torrin Young into the line, about a 5-yard gain.
Young, 226.
They could run that play about 6 times in a row as far as I'm concerned, Steve. Torrin Young always has that little delayed step so he can find the hole. Got good vision in the middle of the field like that. Can find those seams, usually picks up at least 5 yards.
2nd and 5. You know, you run that one over and over, those big fellas inside are going to get tired trying to tackle Torrin Young. Somebody's going to miss one of these times.
Yeah.
Young next to Blang in the backfield now. Blang keeps it himself. Has some running room. 30, nice move. 10.
Nice move.
And into the end zone. 25-yard touchdown run for Tyler Blang.
Some nice work by Blang, avoiding 2 tackles, getting the stiff arm out on the second one. Nice shot. Got just a little bit of a screen block at the end to free him up for the score.
And Tyler Blang with his 10th touchdown of the season, leading the team.
Blang right here gets rid of 1 tackler, then gets rid of this guy, and here's that little block right at the end by Powers, frees him up for the score.
Schukart now to try and tie this one up. A little better blocking than the extra field goal attempt. And Drew's kick is good and ties it at 7.
Yeah, there's a flag down. That'll be roughing the kicker on Milton.
All tied at 7 now. Silver Eagles have regained the momentum, clearly.
From what I saw, it looked like it should be a personal foul, roughing the kicker, but we'll see what they call.
Well, Tyler Blang looking pretty good on that play.
Yeah, that was a very nice run.
Couple nice cutbacks.
So he got a little.
There we go again. Watch this.
He got a little freedom to run there. He got some room.
Look, he runs through 1 tackle there, makes a nice move there, and another nice cutback there, and into the end zone.
Nice looking run, and that's the kind of runs we've seen out of Tyler Blang and the Monona Grove offense this year. It's been strange to see the team as shut down as it's been tonight. But so far here in the second half, they've actually run the ball very well. I think they've kind of just gotten back down to their base offense, and it's been effective.
Well, after the penalty, the Silver Eagles will get to kick it from the 45-yard line. Devin Higginbotham, one of the returners for Milton, and I can't make out the other guy. Schukart ready to kick. Now they'll split everybody out wide. Maybe we'll get a picture soon. Maybe not. All right, Schukart's kick. We're doing radio basically here now, Bob, with no camera.
Well, often been told that we have faces for radio.
Ford, I believe, picking up that short kick and getting it to the 25-yard line.
Guess we'll prove it tonight.
6, 5, 6, 1, 4.
All right.
1.
Now we're back.
5, 6, 1.
All right, that return out to the 25-yard line where Milton will take over 1st and 10.
Come up to the press box.
Their first 2 possessions of the second half,
And
resulting in a turnover and a punt.
So that's the way it should have been all the whole first half, too, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, we've been playing it on the Milton side of the field here the last 7.5 minutes. The handoff to Horde, and Horde maybe a yard or 2 out of that one before he was grabbed. Somebody had a handful of jersey.
Much better on the line. A little stiffer back there in the defensive line on that one. Jacob Decora there holding his ground.
McCoskey credited for the tackle. 4:10 to play in the third quarter, tied at 7. The Silver Eagles coming out fired up here in the second half. Westrick calling the signals still. On the option.
Now,
He'll
see,
keep it and snowed under.
Yeah, this time he wasn't getting away.
Stinson getting him on that one.
That time,
And a 5-yard loss.
Westrick was not getting away. Wasn't slipping that one.
No, not quite a 5-yard loss. Call it a 3-yard loss.
Stinson and who else helped him out there? Was that Offerdahl that kind of came in toward the end? Hard to say. Tackle for a loss, though. That would be the 19th tackle for a loss by Zach Stinson this year.
3rd and 13 now. Red Hawks offense going backwards on this drive.
3rd and 13.
No, Another big drive here, Bob. Big play. Silver Eagles could force another 3 and out. Westrick looking to throw.
Looking for that screen pass again.
Goes that screen and it sniffed out and stopped immediately. Pateras with the tackle.
And this is exactly what happened on the first one, Steve. No pick this time, but Pateras and Decorah just stay home and let the outside guys come and provide the pressure. You watch Pateras and Decorah, they're not going anywhere. They're both right there.
So on 4th down, they've got a punt again. Brock Offerdahl will drop back to return it.
Who caught that one anyway, do you remember?
I'm sorry, no.
Okay, doesn't really matter.
It's a Milton guy.
Yeah, I don't really care about their
And he didn't
statistics
gain
so
any
much.
yards. That's the important thing. Gunther kicking. Nice kick here. Offerdahl backing up, taking it and falling down at his own 30. They're going to spot him at the 35.
Oh, well. He did, that ball was hit well. Well struck. Forced,
and he caught it.
Forced Offerdahl back, and he made the catch. That's the important thing.
So the Silver Eagles will take over at their own 35-yard line. 2:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. Tied at 7.
Still reasonably good field position for Monona. Let's see them get the ball back on the Milton side of the field here.
All right, Tyler Blank will lead the charge. Blank scoring the touchdown that tied things up for the Silver Eagles. Powers and Brown the wideouts. The wings are Brady Blank and Brock Offerdahl. Now Offerdahl will shift over. Young in the backfield next to Tyler Blank. And we'll get a whistle.
That'll be a false
5.
start. Yep. I think the snap was just a little tardy because it looked like everybody was moving.
It looked like they were going to do that run to the left, but with Torin Young. I think that one's got a lot of potential.
Well, they still can. They're just going to have to get 5 more yards than they used to.
They're giving Jaden Galt a breather on the sidelines. I didn't see who took his place out there. I'll have to try and pick that up. Is that 72? No, there's no 72 on the roster.
52. Sean McCoskey, maybe?
Blank looking to throw. Fires a bullet over the middle and it's batted down.
Blank's pass was knocked down by Michael Gedner. Bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 for the Silver Eagles after the incompletion.
I do appreciate the fact that they did try to go over the middle with that pass. We haven't seen that much this year. Love to see him dust off that pass play that they used for Evan Oldenburg last year. That
Oh yeah,
really
that one over the
nice.
middle worked quite consistently. Now the quick pass. This one Trey and that one batted away.
Intended for Trey Powers, brings up
So that's 3rd and 15.
Well, the pass defense has been the strongest part of Milton's defense this year. They're only giving up 93 yards a game in passing.
And now the Silver Eagles faced with a 3rd and 15.
Yeah, almost forced to pass on this down.
Blank, empty backfield as Young splits out to the wing on this side. 5 wideouts. Blank with the screen pass to Brady Blank. Brady with a little running room, 35-40, and out to the 43-yard line. He'll be short of the 1st down, but much better field position. Oh, Offerdahl with that catch. Offerdahl hasn't caught many passes this year, has he? No, I think that was his first. I like the way he protects the ball. I watched that on the replay, and he does a good job switching arms and protecting it. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 3, Bob.
Well, I'm not sure I would do that. I think I wouldn't be afraid to punt the ball. Blang is their punter. And I do see Brock Lippiat in there, so I suspect they're going to punt.
Yep, you are correct. Milton will drop back to return this one, and Tyler Blank will get ready to kick it.
Monona Grove forced to call a timeout. I don't know if they had too many players on the field or what.
Of the 2nd half.
Too many players or not enough.
Second time out of the second half for Monona Grove. They have one remaining with a minute 21 to play in the third quarter. Not sure what the situation was there.
We have a couple more prizes.
Like to see Monona Grove get off a decent punt here and
The $80 gift certificate to the farm
put
golf
Milton
course.
back deep in their own territory. The Monona Grove defense has played very well in this quarter. They've played very well all game, but especially in this quarter, Milton hasn't done a thing, and I don't believe they've even gotten one first down yet here in the second half.
I would agree that they've been shut down completely. A turnover and 2 punts.
The deep guy's giving Blank quite a bit of room.
Well, there's a strong wind coming from Blank's behind. Oh wait, that doesn't sound good. From behind Blank.
That's hilarious. It's too bad you caught it. Oh, that's funny.
And he gets a nice kickoff. This will roll. It takes an empty bounce, grabbed by the player, and he's slammed immediately.
Usually that is a huge mistake to do that. You know, in retrospect, he might have just saved Milton about 5 or 6 more yards downfield, but usually when a player takes a punt on the bounce like that, they just get lit up and the ball comes loose.
Tommy Brown with that tackle. The ball placed at the 12-yard line of Milton, so we get that bad field position for the Red Hawks again.
Yep, that's what we
Start
wanted.
a deep hole. The crowd chanting Tommy Brown. All right, 1st and 10 for the Red Hawks. Westrick on the keeper. Up the left side across the 15
Tyler Westrick.
to the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, let's say.
16-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Well, the Monona Grove defense just has to keep attacking. They've been very aggressive here in the third quarter.
Well, they've been shutting down that run in the middle. That's been key because that's where Milton's gained all their yardage in the first half. Westrick shifting his guys around. Now give it to Snell. Snell. Oh, he pushes hard.
Yeah,
Got just a couple yards out of that
He is
one.
a strong runner.
Up to the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. They may not get off another play here.
Snell, a senior this year.
Now they're going to let it expire for under 10 seconds, so we'll switch ends, and Milton will have the wind to their backs for the next 12 minutes.
At the end of the third quarter, we're tied at 7.
Yeah, more of a crosswind than you know, a north-south wind, but I don't know how much difference it's going to make. Milton is not throwing the ball.
And Monona's not throwing it well. True that. Playing a little better in this half than he was in the first half, but still, I would stick to the run.
Yeah, what's Milton doing passing this year? They haven't thrown the ball much, only 88 attempts, just a little bit more. Very comparable to Monona Grove's passing attack this year. And actually the rushing attack, if you look at Milton's numbers for the season, they're a 2-5 record, but they're averaging almost 6 yards a carry on the ground. 1,500 yards rushing, that's good for 3rd in the Badger South.
Yeah, it's been their defense that's been letting them down this year. They give up almost 27 points a game.
Yeah, and it's been the rushing defense, surprisingly. Not, I guess, just surprisingly based on what we're seeing here tonight. I mean, against the run, in the first half, they were very effective. Not so much in the second half. Monona Grove's been able to run the ball pretty well. Monona Grove throwing the ball a lot tonight. 15 passes so far tonight, Steve. That's probably the second most they've thrown this year in a game.
All right, 3rd and 3 for the Red Hawks. Snell with the handoff, and Snell will get tackled. No, he spins out of it, and then he's going backwards.
You got a lot of interference over there and not many blue shirts.
He's coming up the right side, has the first down, and a little more across the 35 and out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
You know, if that doesn't teach you to wrap up when you make a tackle, I mean, Sean McCoskey had him dead to rights for a big loss. Doesn't wrap him up, throws him to throw him to the ground. And Snell did a great job of maintaining his footing, went backwards, which is a cardinal sin.
Almost went into the end zone, I
But
thought.
then got around the corner and ended up getting the first down on a big run. That was a really disappointing turn of events for Monona Grove.
And what I believe is the first down for Milton here in the second half. They've got 1st and 10 from the 35. The handoff to Heights, I believe.
Taylor Snell up the middle.
No, Snell with the carry for 1. I think he'd be tired after all the running he did on that previous play. He had to run about 50 yards.
Yeah, he gained a lot of yards on that.
2nd and 9. From the 36-yard line. Westrick on the keeper.
That's Lipsy.
Lipsy with a tackle for a loss.
Picked up by
Sawyer Lipsy with a great ankle tackle there.
Once again, Sean McCoskey deep into the backfield on that. Westrick managed to get around him, but Lipsy came off his guy quickly, saw that there was no passing intent there, came up and made the tackle for a loss.
5-yard loss on Westrick's run. Makes it 3rd and 14. Puts the Red Hawks in a precarious position as they are not a good passing team. They split out 2 to the far side.
They are not a good passing team, and the Silver Eagles are a good pass rushing team. Let's see if Zach Stinson can get off his man.
Westrick wanting to throw. The pocket collapses. He dances out of it now. Gets the throw off. And we get a flag in the offensive backfield.
Well, usually that's a hold, and hopefully it is, because that's another first down for Milton. Milton has made some plays on their 3rd and 4th downs tonight.
And this one's going to come back. Illegal man downfield against the Red Hawks.
Thank
That's
goodness.
the second time that's been called against them. Westrick dancing around. Somebody got a little too far down, and it cost them the first down this time.
Now Westrick doing a nice job of avoiding the sack. He was under a lot of pressure, managed to spin out of there, and then find the open man downfield. What would have been about a 25-yard completion for a first down is coming back because of the penalty.
Instead of a first down, they're going to be faced with a 3rd and 19 from their own 27-yard line.
5-yard penalty, and brings up 3rd and long.
So Westrick just a junior, correct, Steve?
Just a junior, yeah. We're going to have yet another year seeing this guy.
He gets a little bigger, a little stronger, throws the ball with a little more authority. Yeah, you know, he could be a pretty good football player next year.
Yes, he could. All right, Milton splitting out 3 to the far side. 1 this way, a single running back in the pistol formation. Westrick looking to throw again. Gets this one off short and tackled immediately. Tyler Quam, or Zach Quam with the tackle.
It was Snell on the catch.
It'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 10. They'll have to kick it from their 35-yard line. Offerdahl will drop back for the Silver Eagles. See if he gets a chance to run one of these back. He's had 2 fair catches tonight.
I'm surprised that Milton doesn't do a little more throwing. I mean, Westrick, when he has time to get the ball away, it looks like he's got a pretty good arm.
He's a scrambler. Could make things interesting. Low kick. Offerdahl let it bounce.
Yeah, and man, right on by. That
Right
ends up
down
being a
inside
huge
the
get.
10-yard line. Pretty darn close to the 10. Let's call it the 10. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles.
55-yard punt on that one, Steve, with that roll.
About 20 of that was a roll.
A real change of field position on that one, too. Monona Grove now the one buried deep in their own territory.
And going into the wind, so let's see if they can move the ball on the ground. Be nice to run this one, eat up about 8.5 minutes. Powers split out wide to this side, Brown to the far side. Blang in the slot, along with Offerdahl. Young, the running back next to Blang. Out of the option, this is Torrin Young.
They've got blocking
cutting outside, 15, cuts it back, 20-yard line, and forced out of bounds.
Torrin Young up to the 17.
7-yard pickup for the sophomore running back.
He was 1 block shy of getting that ball to the outside of the sideline and heading downfield.
2nd and 2. Give him 8 yards on that pickup. The pitch to Young again, and this time I think he's just short of the first down. Nope, first down, Silver Eagles, 2-yard pickup.
And it was across the 20-yard
Just
line.
across the 20-yard line, so a first down for the Silver Eagles. They can take all the time they want, just as long as they culminate this one with a score.
Torrin
Plenty
Young
of
seeing
time
the
here.
ball a bit more here in the second half. That's his 5th carry against just two in the first half.
Rock offered all on the carry up the gut, and he might have got a yard.
No gain on the play. Cody Young on the stop.
Second and 9. Blang under center. Brady Blang in motion. The pitch to Brady. Out across the 25, pushed back now.
Brady Blang with
It'll
the
bring up 3rd and long. Oh, and Jaden Galt down on the field.
Yep, well, just went down.
Timeout for injured Monona Grove player.
Galt, you remember, dislocated his kneecap and missed a couple games earlier in the season.
Looks like they're looking at that same leg. I wonder if it happened again. You know, once you dislocate a joint, it's more liable to do it again. For whatever reason, it seems like that little bit of instability that was caused by the first dislocation just makes it more susceptible to happening over and over again.
Had a little experience of that at your house, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's true.
So the Silver Eagles, when we get back, will have the ball 3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line.
You saw Jaden there; he just pounded the ground, and it makes you think he's looking at it going, you know, again. So it's very frustrating. He missed 2 games the last time this happened.
Well,
Let's see
now it
if
takes about 9 people to help get that big guy up.
yeah,
And he is going to walk off under his own power.
he's walking with that little, you know. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
looking
walking with
stiff,
his,
but not bad.
with his toes pulled back toward his head. So makes you wonder if he just it isn't having a cramp.
Let's hope it's nothing serious.
31, the MG 31.
So Nick Meyer will take his spot in the offensive line. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Silver Eagles from the 26-yard line. Tyler Blang under center. Looking to throw left side. Looking deep now for Powers. Trey is open.
That's interference. Yeah, we've got to pass it.
Flags all over the
Yeah,
place.
it wasn't even close. Neither of the defenders had even turned to look for the ball. Trey Powers just ran an out and up on there and just blew by his defenders right there.
3 guys in the neighborhood, but they were all over Trey, and it'll be first down for the Silver
A
Eagles.
simple out and up pattern, and he just blew by his defender. Blang was looking for him the whole time.
Bob, good news on the sidelines. They're stretching out Jaden Galt, so it appears you were correct that it was just a cramp. That'll bring the Silver Eagles out to the 41-yard line with a 1st and 10.
Big penalty on Milton. That's their 2nd pass interference penalty, and the 2nd one that has resulted in a first down for Monona Grove.
All right, Blang out of the shotgun now. Torrin Young next to him. He's going to run, flips the option to Young.
Good blocking
Across
out
the 40, 45, still on his feet and falls down close to the 50-yard line.
Let's see what that was for Milton. Number 80, that is Robert Gunther for Milton. Was complaining about a hold, and he might have had a case.
Young just short of the 50-yard line. Call it 2nd and 1.
I would not be surprised to see Torrin Young break one here in this quarter. Or a
No, he's
touchdown.
been a step or 2 away from a long run the entire half now. He's the wing on the far side. They're going to throw. Oh, they've got Brady Blang wide open, and Brady has it inside the 20 to the 15-yard line.
I got to tell tell you, I think that was the Evan Oldenburg play from last year because Torrin Young ran that middle route.
Yeah.
Blang was the open one, and his brother saw him for a big gain.
Brady all the way down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for MG. 6:06 to play, and the Silver Eagles on the brink of taking the lead for the first time tonight.
I'm sure that's Brady's longest catch of the year, 35 yards.
Yes, it is. Previous long was just 20. Offerdahl up the middle. Offerdahl still on his feet, down close to a first down.
Offerdahl. To the 6.
9-yard pickup for Brock, just shy of the first down. Oh, they're going to measure it.
Official timeout for measurement. Couple more prizes.
Wow, that pass interference penalty looming extremely large for the Red Hawks right now. It was an obvious one, though, an easy call for the officials.
Yeah. Milton with a couple of key penalties tonight really has cost him each time. And the measurement says...
The cow says...
First down, 10-yard pickup for Brady, or excuse me, for Brock Offerdahl. 1st and goal from the 6 for the Silver Eagles.
The cow says first down. Very good, Steve.
The cow says first down. The pig says run the ball here.
That's for sure.
Run it, run it, run it. Run, run, run. All right, Offerdahl the fullback behind Blang. The wings are Brady, Blang, and Torrin Young. Brown and Powers split out wide. Brady in motion. The handoff to Brock. Powers is way inside the 5.
Offerdahl to the 4.
2-yard pickup. Second and goal.
Young. 2nd and goal.
Well, this is where MG's been very efficient all year. When we saw him get stopped earlier this season, or earlier tonight, it might have been the first time. They just tend to power the ball in situations like this.
Yeah, it was surprising to me to see Monona Grove get stuffed on 4th and 2 inside the 5-yard line. That's almost always a score.
2nd and goal from the 4. Offerdahl again.
No, Blang.
Blang?
Blang kept. Fake the Offerdahl.
Tyler Blang
I
to
can't
the 2.
see very well at this
Nope.
point.
Nope. But that was
Blang to the 2. 3rd and goal.
Blang leads the team in touchdowns, and it's the safest way to carry the ball. You don't have to hand it off.
3rd and goal.
You're right. The fewer transactions you can have,
That's right.
less chance there is for a fumble. And
Yep. The less mechanical parts, the less chance you have for a problem.
all right, Blang under center again. The handoff to Offerdahl.
He's in.
And Brock in for the 2-yard touchdown run. Silver Eagles on top.
Took a little second effort for Offerdahl to get there, but he made that second effort and got in. And Monona Grove with the lead for the first time tonight.
Well, Bob, we have to admit we were a little scared in that first half when MG fell behind 7-0, but they've been really controlling the second half of this game.
I was bewildered at the end of the first half. I could not figure out why Monona was not ahead. But there's still plenty of game here. 4 minutes to go. You're up by 1 touchdown. It's no time to just pat yourself on the back and lay down.
Drew Schukart to attempt the extra point. And it's a 14-7 MG lead.
And it is good.
Well, Monona Grove, a much improved football team in the second half, so I'm sure whatever discussion there was at halftime must have helped a little.
Yeah, whatever corrections they made, Bob, they've certainly paid off because really the Silver Eagles have controlled this second half.
Yeah, maybe the kids just didn't feel like hearing it again at the end of the game. They probably heard it plenty in the locker room at halftime.
All right, Drew Schukart will tee it up for the Silver Eagles. into the wind. Like Bob said, 4:12 left. All right, Shukar ready to kick. Higginbotham and number 3, Christensen back for the Red Hawks. Drew a lower kick. This is Higginbotham from the 13. Cross the 25 and dumped.
Who was that?
Sawyer Livesey, I
That's
think.
Nick Dunn. Nick Dunn again, a second tackle on special teams tonight. He gets very excited when he makes that tackle.
Out to the 26-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Milton. They got to get something going here. They haven't generated much offense at all. Just 1 first down in the second half.
Yeah, plenty of time. 4 minutes to go here in the game. They have all of their timeouts. Monona Grove would do well for a 3-and-out here.
4 wideouts now. Westrick looking to throw. Swings out the screen pass. Caught by Snell. Snell pushed out of bounds near the line of scrimmage.
I gotta say, I'm impressed by this Snell kid. I mean, he's really played hard tonight. He's done a nice job.
1 yard pickup on that pass, 2nd and 9.
Snell on the receiving end of 3 of Westrick's 4 completions tonight.
Remember, they had a couple completions called back due to penalty. One where there's a lineman downfield, and one where Westrick stepped over the line. Second and 9. Looking to throw again. Chase now. He's out of the pocket and knocked out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Very good coverage by the Monona Grove defensive backfield on that. The 2 wideouts ran a crossing pattern. The one going toward the inside ran a streak. The other guy ran an out. Both of them well covered, left Westrick with nowhere to go.
He did pick up a yard on that play, making it 3rd and 8.
Which gives him minus 3 yards rushing tonight.
They take the linebacker Zinger out, bringing in an additional defensive back, Trey Powers.
Well, with 3 timeouts left, if Milton doesn't get this, they can punt the ball, and if they get a defensive stand, get the ball back. And at this point, position in the field, I don't think they'd have any choice but to do that. But Monona Grove's got to get the stop first.
Westrick, another screen pass. This one to Horde. And Horde stopped short of the first down.
Now they got a decision to make.
About 4th and 2.
Short will bring up 4th and 1.
I mentioned Powers in a defensive back. Last week against Stoughton, he not only had a touchdown catch, he had an interception. So the ball at the 35-yard line. They're bringing on the punting unit. So like you said, they're hoping to get a stop here, win the field position battle.
If Milton is smart, they hurry their punting team out and get the ball in the air. I mean, the clock is ticking. It's going to be under 3 minutes to play by the time they get this punt off if they don't move it up.
Nobody deep for the Silver Eagles.
My, they're really taking their time. Yeah, it's less than 3 minutes to go now. And nobody back, so that ball's going to roll and just take up more time. If they're smart, they get on it. You got to get on it, boys. They're wasting way too much time.
Down to 2:48 before the whistle is blown. The ball down about the 12-yard line.
I'm not sure that
they caught themselves about 10, 12 seconds there.
That's coaching right there. From the time that they decided to punt to the time the play stopped, it was 30 seconds.
30 seconds they're going to need later on.
They needed to get out on the field and make that punt, and then get on the ball.
So the Silver Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 11. 2:48 to eat up here.
Yeah, well, the Milton will be calling a timeout after every play here. Monona Grove needs to get at least 1 first down.
Not many games you see the Silver Eagles starters still in this deep into the 4th quarter. Laying on the keeper, out across the 15-yard line.
Tyler Blank to the 17, and the timeout, Milton.
Timeout called by Milton, just as Bob predicted. Ball out to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Blang take the ball on every one of these plays.
Yeah, reduce the chance of fumble and just eat up clock. So the MG defense once again coming up with a big game. We mentioned only 2 touchdowns against the team as a total, one on offense in the past 4 weeks. Just one more offensive touchdown tonight. .241 to play. The Silver Eagles will host Mount Horeb-Barneveld next week. That's going to be a tough game. Mount Horeb-Barneveld 6-1 on the season.
Jaden Galt still on the sideline. Sean McCoskey taking his place at left tackle.
Playing up to the line.
It's Offerdahl.
Offerdahl across the 20-yard line.
Also a
little
safe
short
play.
of first down.
Also a safe play, Steve, with a handoff to the fullback on the dive.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Milton with another timeout. Now they're worried about clock management. Now while they were kicking that ball. So the Silver Eagles will come over to the sidelines again.
Yeah, Silver Eagles get this first down. It pretty much ends the game. Milton can only stop the clock one more time. Leading ball carrier tonight for Monona Grove has been Tyler Blang. That's not unusual. He leads the team in rushing. He's 12 carries, 61 yards. Second leading rusher, though, Brock Offerdahl. A lot of carries tonight for Brock. 11 carries, 55 yards for him. And a touchdown.
Silver Eagles doing a good job spreading it around. Both Blang and Offerdahl with touchdowns tonight. A rare game without a Trey Powers touchdown.
He has 2 catches, though, for 23 yards, including a spectacular 14-yarder where he just got lit up as he was bringing the ball in.
I believe Trey has caught a touchdown in all but one game this year. 2 tops. All right. 3rd and 1 for the Silver Eagles out of the shotgun. Blang pitching it to Torin Young. Torin Young running from first down, still on his feet across the 30 and down to the 34-yard line.
Josh Young just lowered his head right around the line of scrimmage when he thought he might get caught a little bit short, and he just lowered his head, pushed through that tackle, and gained another 10.
We'll watch this again. There's the pitch to Young.
Right there.
And there.
Ran through that arm
his
tackle.
legs moving and out to the 34-yard line, almost a 35 and a first down.
14-yard pickup for Torin Young.
That might be his longest run of the night, isn't it?
It is. It's the longest run, except for the touchdown run. That's the longest run of the night for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles.
How many yards
that's
for
unusual. I got him for 9 carries, 48 yards, Steve.
I like this kid. He's going to be a good one. Now the Silver Eagles just going to eat some time up. 2 minutes to play. The handoff to Offerdahl straight into
I think
the
he dropped the ball. The ball's loose. Milton's got it.
Oh, no.
Yep, ball came out. Milton's got it. Woo. And they didn't even have to use up their timeout.
So with 1:57, Milton takes over at the Silver Eagle 38-yard line.
Wow.
Got a chance here.
Wow, big turnover. Well, that's unexpected.
Yes, the reliable Brock Offerdahl losing one. I'm sure they were going after the ball on that play.
I got to tell you, Steve, I really did not expect this game to come down like this. I mean, I was thinking we might see a running clock in the second half.
Yeah.
Boy, we're seeing anything but.
1st and 10 from the MG 38, Westrick. The screen pass again to Snell. Snell, 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I watched Stinson on that play, and the right tackle did a nice job of wrapping him up, literally. So, but no call on the play.
That's the only way to slow Zach Stinson down, as he has been a terror on pass rushing. Milton up to the line in a hurry.
Here comes
Westrick.
Stinson.
Westrick chase now, and now he'll be sacked. No.
And the ball came loose. But I think they may have called it down by contact. But
Lippiat with a sack.
A big mistake by Westrick. He just needed to get that ball and just throw it out of bounds. There was no reason for him to take a sack there.
He was trying to make something happen, and Brock Lippiat came up and made the tackle.
So that's going to cost them a loss, plus I assume they had to use a timeout. But now we got a flag down. What's the call? And it's going against Monona, face mask.
Oh, that hurts.
Fortunately, just a 5-yarder, but it does stop the clock.
Brings the ball up to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 7. Westrick again looking downfield. Now he's chased. Pateras after him. Slings it out there and batted away by the Silver. Interception. Sawyer Livesey. Yep. Got the 4th interception of the season.
Wow. Hopefully we'll be able to get a better view of that on replay because, wow, we couldn't see it real well from up here, but he must have taken it right off the grass. And we didn't see it, unfortunately. So Livesey's pick, that's at his 3rd of the year, Steve?
4th of the year, I believe, Bob. Huge turnover, as now the Silver Eagles just have 1 minute and 10 seconds to eat up.
Yeah, and that's enough, and they'll go into the victory formation, and that'll be that.
That is 4 interceptions for Livesey.
Yep.
He has had one heck of a defensive year for the Silver Eagles. The fastest player on the team. Also has the best yards per carry average on the team.
That's true.
Averaging, what is it, about 40 yards?
I think he's got 3 carries for 113 yards.
Yes, it is. 38 yards a carry. And Tyler Blang will kneel down a couple times, and this one will go in the books as a 14-7 Silver Eagle victory.
Milton's going to stop the clock here, use their last timeout. Won't matter. Monona Grove should be able to run out the clock here.
Well, I'm with you, Bob. I expected Milton to be much easier game than they were. They really fought hard, especially in that first half.
Yep, that's a credit to Milton. They did own the first half. Monona Grove was essentially a non-factor, down 7-0 at the end of 2 quarters. Monona Grove played a lot better in the second half. They only scored twice. That's all they needed to score.
Yeah, they reestablished their running game. The defense held.
But they owned the line of scrimmage in the second half. They used a lot of clock on their drives.
Hey guys, we have a couple more.
Got a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, it makes a difference. You remember when they first came out in the second half, they got that quick turnover and then 2 3-and-outs. It was quite a ways into the second half before Milton got another first down. Now, Tyler Blang will kneel down again. Polite clapping by the crowd.
Yeah, I would say that they just need to wait and just run one more play, and they could even take a penalty if they had to. Take a delay of game penalty and then take their snap, and then that would be that. The clock would run out. I don't think they're going to need to. Once it gets below 30 seconds, they should be in good shape. This should be the last snap of the game.
Well, Silver Eagles back here next week against Mount Horeb-Barneveld, and then hopefully back here the week after for the first round playoff game. You going to make those, or are you traveling again?
No, I should be. I'll be here next week for sure, and then as far as I'm concerned, my schedule is built around the playoffs.
All right, Monona Grove goes to 8-0 on the season. Milton drops to 2-6, but a lot of credit to the Redhawks. They played MG hard. That first half was a little scary, but Monona Grove prevailing once again and winning the, what is this, 6th consecutive Badger Conference crown?
Well, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's what, 5? 5th consecutive, the 33rd consecutive conference game. It wasn't easy, but they got it done.
They got it done tonight. Well, thank you very much for watching us. We'll be back next week. This is Steve Martinelli with Bob Schmuck. This is Monona Grove Creative Video, bringing homecoming.